Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on a Wednesday, hump day, April 5th, 2023, trying to cook up this NBA per usual, man. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do, man. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like, man. My best bets can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium. Click that link in the description. Takes you right to my Handicapper page. That's where you can find my long-term packages. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. You can also find all my bets for today's action, including my $19 NBA Jam Session play. Man, we didn't win it. We didn't lose it either last night as we pushed with the Sixers laying the 2. Super annoying, man. 7-3-1 last 11 on that play, though. We've been pretty hot over the last 11 games. So trying to keep that momentum rolling forward into tonight, into this week, man. You can also find my $25 MLB play of the day in that link in the description as well. 5-1 to begin the year on that play in the MLB, man. We had a nice winner with the Marlins Twins under 7 runs. They only scored 1 run. Really love to see that yesterday, man. My guy Alcantara was on the mound. Y'all know he goes stupid, dummy, crazy. Trying to keep all that momentum rolling forward into this week, man. Scoop all those plays up. Link in the description. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ, and check out my live show that I'm live on right here on the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel every day, 3 Central, 4 Eastern, man. I bring on a guest. We run through the card one more time, man. We update y'all on late injury news and information that came out of the association, and we drop a free parlay for y'all at the end of the show. I think my guest today is my guy, James Clark, man. So come spend some time with us later on today as we cook up that NBA per usual. We got 8 games on the card, man. I'm going to be honest with y'all, though. Today is not my favorite card in the NBA, man. I think today's card is super tough. We're going to talk about it here in a second, though. So I'm probably going kind of light today in the NBA, man. I think today's a super tough card. We're going to talk it through, though. We're going to try to smash it per usual, as we always do, man. Thank y'all for watching. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. Let's make some money tonight. And without further ado, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Brooklyn Nets out on the road facing the Detroit Pistons. Brooklyn laying 10.5, total 220.5. Interesting little matchup we got here, man. Both teams are on the back end of a back-to-back. Brooklyn lost at home yesterday to the Timberwolves, 107-102. And the Pistons lost at home yesterday as well, 118-105 against the Miami Heat. Brooklyn did not cover yesterday. The Pistons, depending on which number you got, covered. I think the line did end up closing at like 14. I think on the gym session yesterday, I had it at 12.5. So it just depends on when you got in on that number if you covered yesterday with the Pistons. And I think this game is probably around that same type game for the Pistons today. They hang around right around that 9-11 point area for all game. And then the last few minutes, they're going to decide if they want to cover or not. Me personally, I lean Pistons plus the 10.5 in this one. But in that same breath, I don't want to bet the Pistons plus 10.5. This is a stay away game for me, man. I have no real edge on this one. We have seen these two teams play twice this season. Brooklyn won the first one, and the Pistons won the second one. But I'm not putting too much emphasis on those games as A, the Pistons at the time were really healthy, had most of their guys playing, and B, it's just a different Brooklyn Nets team. That was the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving led Nets team. So this was pretty tough for me. In a small lean, I do lean Pistons getting the 10.5. They possibly could catch that backdoor cover. Yeah, man, that's all I really got in this one. This is the 5th straight home game for the Nets. The Nets still do need this game, trying to hold off the Heat for their, playoff seeding. I see them winning it. I don't want to lay 10.5 with the Nets in this spot. Can they blow out this Pistons team? Yes. But in that same breath, I could also see them going through the motions. Lean Pistons plus 10.5 for me in this one, but again, probably not going to fire this one up. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the Indiana Pacers, man. We got the Knicks laying 7.5, total 223. The lean is the Knicks in this one. They're playing the much better basketball right now. They've won 4 straight. They've looked pretty good doing so as they beat up on the Wizards at home by 9. Beat up on the Cavs out on the road, man. That was kind of shocking, 130-116. But we know the Knicks love playing their best basketball for some odd reason. Outside of Madison Square Garden, they beat the Heat at home pretty good, 101-92. Took the Rockets behind the shed, 137-115. They've won both meetings between these two teams already this season, 109-106 on the 18th of December. That one was in Indiana. And 119-113 on the 11th of January in New York. The Pacers, they've been awful here recently, man. They've lost 4 of their last 5. Just got hammered on the road by Cleveland. Also banged up. They shut their main guys down for the season. No Halliburton. I'm also seeing Duarte out. Turner probably won't play tonight. Give me the Knicks, laying the 7.5. This should be a Knicks type spot. They should beat up on them for the 3rd time this season, and they play again in 4 days. The Knicks probably do it to them again in that spot. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Washington Wizards out on the road facing the Atlanta Hawks, man. Hawks laying 11, total 228.5. Interesting game we got here, man. It should be a good one. Both teams are on the back end of a back-to-back. The Wizards caught the backdoor cover yesterday against the Milwaukee Bucks. Was kind of surprised to see that. The Hawks hammered the Bulls yesterday out on the road without Trae Young. Was kind of surprised to see that as well. 123-105. The Hawks did end their win-1-lose-1 streak this team has been on for like the last month or so, as they now have won back-to-back games. Like I said, we just said they hammered the Bulls yesterday on the road, and they beat my Mavs on their home floor the game before that in overtime, 132-130. The Wizards, man, still severely banged up. I do see a lot of these guys as questionable, doubtful, but I don't think they play, bro. Why would they play? They've been out this whole time. I doubt they just come back. This game means nothing for the Wizards, so I'm going out on a limb saying none of those guys play. No Bill, no Porzingis, no Morris, no Kuzma. I don't think none of those guys play tonight, and I think the Hawks probably do hammer this team on their home floor. Still much more to play for, trying to hold the Raptors off. In that play-in. Could possibly still jump the Heat. I don't think that's going to happen, and I don't think the Raptors catch them either, but still some stuff to play for in this one for the Hawks. It looks like Trae Young will be back in this one. They're at home facing a depleted Wizards team. I lean the Atlanta Hawks, laying the 11 here in this matchup tonight. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Toronto Raptors out on the road facing the Boston Celtics, man. Celtics laying 4.5, total 225. Interesting matchup we got here, man. The Raptors have been in that mode as they've won 4 of their last 5, including 2 straight on the road where they've really struggled, I would say, since the turn of the calendar. And I'm not going to put too much emphasis on those 2 wins as they both were over the Charlotte Hornets. They were 20-point wins, both 120-100 and 128-108. But we know the Hornets are one of the worst home cover teams in the entire NBA, so not putting too much stock into that. They did lose to the Sixers the game before that, out on the road, 117-110. And before that, they were at home for a significant amount of time and looked really good at home. The Raptors have been playing really great at home, but they're on this road trip to end out the season, and these are must-win games for the Raptors. The Celtics have won both meetings this season. Both were in Toronto as well, 116-110 on the 5th of December and 106-104 on the 21st of January in Toronto as well. The Celtics are on the back end of a back-to-back as well. They did get a push yesterday versus that Sixers team, depending on what number you caught. I know some people probably had 2.5 and covered with the Celtics. They lost 103-101. What a miraculous cover it was. Anyway, the Derek White 3 was the nail in the coffin. That really frustrated me in that one yesterday. But the Celtics, they've won 3 of their last 5. They are back at home here in this one. I'm going with the Celtics. All said, man. I'm not even going to overcomplicate this. I like the Celtics laying the 4.5. I think the Raptors on the road are still terrible. I'm not going to overreact to those 2 wins over the Hornets. That's the Hornets. Again, one of the worst home cover teams in the entire NBA. The Celtics are not that. The Celtics are the much better basketball team. This game still means a little bit to the Celtics. I expect them to bounce back on their home floor today and beat up on this Raptors team. That game yesterday just meant more to the Sixers, man, as the Sixers had lost every meeting to the Celtics this season. They had to stand up and win that one. I don't want the Raptors on the road. Simple. I don't want the Raptors on the road, man. I think the Celtics are the better team. They're at home in this one as well. I'm going to lay the 4.5. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got your Chicago Bulls out on the road facing the Milwaukee Bucks, man. Bucks laying 6.5 at home, total 229. It's another one that's really tough for me, man. I do lean Bulls in a small lean. In that same breath, I really don't like fading Milwaukee, man. I don't, especially not on their home floor. I do kind of think this game means a little more to the Bulls, though, as they trying to improve their seeding. The Bucks pretty much where they're going to be. Bulls did not look good yesterday, man. They did not, as they got hammered by the Atlanta Hawks on their home floor without their best player in Trae Young. But I do lean them in this spot, man. Bucks are on a back-to-back as well. They did not cover either, as they did win by double digits, just failed to cover. The Wizards did catch that back door. Tough game here, man. I lean Bulls. It's a small lean, though. I think this game means a little more to the Bulls. We have seen the Bulls keep this series this season super competitive, as the Bulls do lead the series right now 2-1. The Bulls won the first meeting 118-113 on the 23rd of November in Milwaukee. And then they won the second meeting on the 28th of December, 119-113 in Chicago. That second one did go to overtime. Bucks got revenge in the last one, 112-100 on the 16th of February in Chicago. I lean Bulls. I can see this as being a spot where the Bucks kind of just go through the motions, man. Prioritize health right before the playoffs. Bulls still got some stuff to play for, trying to improve their seeding. I lean them. But again, fading the Bucks is not for the weak-hearted, man, especially on their home floor. Small lean to the Bulls, plus 6.5 here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Memphis Grizzlies out on the road facing the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans are laying 5 on the Grizzlies, total 228. We talked about this Pelicans team yesterday as they were laying 4 on the Kings. And I told y'all I did not understand that line at all. That line was, I don't know where they came up with that. The Kings are the best road team in the NBA. Kings are the better team straight up. All that, man. I know the Pelicans have been playing better basketball over the last month or so, but I'm going to keep coming in here banging the table telling y'all that is fool's gold. They didn't play nobody. Most of those wins were against bottom teams in the NBA, and then they caught some lucky breaks facing the Nuggets without Jokic. The only quality wins I'm going to give them are the 2 over the Clips, and we know the Clips are still kind of struggling right now as well, so I'm not in love with this Pelicans team. I don't understand this line as either. I think the Grizzlies are the much better basketball team. I know the Pelicans have a little more to play for, but I'm grabbing the 5 with the Grizz, and I think we take them on the money line as well, as they money line these boys same way as the Kings did yesterday. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Pelicans have been playing better, but the Pelicans are not 5 points better than the Grizz, bro. Let's be for real. Let's call a spade a spade. The Pelicans are not 5 points better than the Grizz. I know the Grizz have really, really, really struggled on the road. We've been fading the Grizz out on the road a ton. But in that same breath, I can see them winning this game, finally waking up, establishing some momentum rolling into the playoffs. They're going to have to win some road games in the playoffs if they want to advance. So I'm on the Grizz on the money line in this one. I don't understand this line. I'm grabbing that 5 points in my back pocket for sure with the Grizz, but I think the money line is the best place to be, as they going to go in here and beat this Pelicans team. This line makes no sense to me. This win streak that the Pelicans have gone on is complete fool's gold. Go back through it, man. They didn't play nobody. Man. And on the back end of a back-to-back after getting hammered at home yesterday, I think they get hammered at home again against a better team in the Grizzlies. I'm taking the Grizz on the money line, and I'm going to grab the points in my back pocket as well. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Sacramento Kings out on the road facing my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, man. Mavs are laying 6 in this one, total 241.5. I'm going to let it out for y'all, man. The right side in this game, numbers-wise, everything screams to me Sacramento Kings. It really does. The Kings are the best road cover team in the league. The Mavs, we know, always fail to cover, and they're the second worst ATS team in the entire NBA. Kings thrive in this spot, man. They money lined them Pelicans yesterday. I did not understand that line at all. This Kings team is severely underrated. People just continue to hate on this Kings team. All that said, man, I do understand why this line is 6. It's an absolute must-win for my Mavs. Mavs can still make the play-in. They got to win out to do so. Got to beat this Kings team. Got to beat the Bulls, and we got to beat the Spurs. And we need the Grizzlies to beat the Thunder to get in. And I think all that is very likely to happen. We know my Mavs can shoot the ball extremely well at home and can get hot, man. And I would not be surprised in a must-win spot playoff-type atmosphere tonight in the D if they did just that and won this one pretty comfortably, man. I'm not saying the Kings are the wrong side, because I do understand why a lot of people are going to be there, and I get it, man. I get it. But me, I told y'all the other day, I'm going down with the ship, man. I'm going down with my guys. I'm laying the 6 with my Mavs in this one. I would not be surprised if we won this one by double digits. It is what it is. Y'all knew that before y'all clicked on this video. I was going down with my team. I told you that the other day. It's not my top player of the day. I'm going to tell y'all that too. It's not my top player of the day. I really think Kings is the right side, man. I do. But I also think everybody, they mama, uncle, granny, auntie, little brother, little cousin, is going to be on the Kings. too. And we know how the NBA can be, man. I'm just going contrarian today. Must-win spot for my Mavs. Would not be surprised if we got super hot from 3 like we can at times. And we won this one by double digits, trying to establish some momentum moving forward. I still think we win this game. I think we make the play-in tournament. I think we get out of the play-in. I think we win a first-round series, and we get to the second round and make something really interesting against a really good team. That's how I feel about the Mavs. I've said that closing out the season, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm going down with my team. I think we win this one pretty comfortably tonight. Fading the Kings is not a great place to be, man. The best road cover team in the league. I get it. But in that same breath, they're on the back end of a back-to-back. They got to travel to Dallas. Dallas needs this one, has to have it. Going down with the ship, man. Mavs laying the 6 for me. Hearing this one. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got the battle for the 6th seed tonight. I'm excited to watch this one. We got the Lake Show out on the road facing the Clips. Clips laying 4.5, total 228. It's not really out on the road. They're both playing crypto, so you know how that go. But the Clips, man, little brother syndrome, as they just always beat up on the Lakers. That's just what we've seen. They've won all 3 meetings this season, and quite honestly, I don't think nothing changes. I like the Clips on the money line. I lean them laying the 4.5 as well. Lakers on the back end of a back-to-back. Not a good spot for them, man. It's not. I think the Clippers beat these boys today. I don't like taking money lines. This is a super tough game for me, though. This is a game I'd rather just have my eyes on. Today was not my favorite card, man. It really wasn't. I'm trying to get y'all some winners, though. I think the Clippers do win this game, though, and hold on to that 6th seed. I think the Lakers will be in the play-in. I don't like the spot for the Lakers, man. They're on that back-to-back. They did win last night, but it wasn't easy. That game ended up going to overtime, 135-133. They were up 10 late. The Jazz just do not go away. The Jazz just feast in that home underdog role. It's a bad spot for the Lakers as well. They're coming off a pretty significant road trip. Just played their last 4 games out on the road. Like I said, I had to travel last night as well. They have been playing great, man, the Lakers. They have, and this game does mean a lot, but I'm taking the Clips on the money line. I think the Clips sweep the Lakers for the season, and I would not be surprised if they covered the line either. The Clips won the last meeting 133-115 on the 24th of January, 114-101 on the 9th of November, and 103-97 on the 20th of October, man. So the last 2 were by double digits. I would not be surprised if the Lakers did keep this one super competitive and we get a really good game on ESPN tonight to close out the night. But when it's all said and done, I think the Clips win this game. Hold on to that last and final seed. I think the line is where it's at for a reason. I think the Clips match up really well with this Lakers team. I think the Clips really got that little brother syndrome where when they see the Lakers, they got fire in their eyes. I think they win this one again. Sweep the Lakers for the season. I'm on the Lakers for the playoffs if my Mavs don't make it. I'm really going to be on the Lakers a lot. I like the Lakers, but I just don't like the spot for them in this spot tonight. Clippers money line for me here on our last and final matchup. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on April 5th. 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like, man. My best bets can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium. Just click that link in the description. Takes you right to my Handicapper page. That's where you can find my long-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. You can also find all my bets for today's action, including my $19 NBA Jam Session play, man. We didn't lose it, but we didn't win it either last night. We pushed with the 76ers, laying the 2. That's really annoying. But, you know, we're 7-3-1, last 11 on that play, man. We've been red hot pretty much on that play. We're looking to keep the momentum rolling forward into today and this week. You can also find my MLB play of the day in that link as well. $25 gets you my MLB play of the day. We're 5-1 to begin the season on that MLB play of the day. We had a nice winner with the Marlins Twins under yesterday. They only scored 1 run. Love to see that, man. That was a great play. We're trying to keep that momentum rolling forward in that Major League Baseball as well. All my bets for today's action, though, can be found in that link in the description. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ, and check out my live show that I'm live on right here on the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel every day, 3 Central, 4 Eastern. As I run through the card one more time, I bring on a guest. We cook up that NBA, man. We update y'all on late injury news and information that came out of the association, and drop a free parlay for y'all at the end of the show, man. So come spend some time with your guys later on today. I think my guest today is my guy James Clark, man. So Come spend some time with us later on today as we cook up that NBA. 8 games on the schedule, and then we're going to try to smash it per usual. Not my favorite card today, man. It really wasn't. But there's still some meat on the bone, still some plays and money to be made. Thank y'all for watching. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. I'll see y'all later on today. I'm out of here. Peace.